Chris Gorney, Mountain High Adventures. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're out here in our favorite place once again, Red Rock Canyon on the R-Night Trail, and today I want to talk about trail running for beginners. That's right, friends. I've had a number of people ask me recently to make a video about trail running for beginners, so that's what we're going to do today. Stay with me, guys. I got some good tips for you. Okay guys, so let's jump into this trail running for beginners video. The first thing that you need to start trail running is to be uninhibited. That's right, guys, your inhibitions will get you nowhere on the trails. So leave those at home and come out here and have a good time. Don't worry about what people are gonna think or how you're gonna perform. Just get out here and start having fun. So once you're ready to get out the door and hit the trails, the first thing you need to consider is what to bring with you. Let's keep it simple, guys. We're running. You don't really need much of anything, especially if you're just starting out. You're not going for a long run. You don't need a bunch of water. You don't need a bunch of snacks. Really, the less you take with you, the less complicated you make it, the easier it's gonna be. So first thing that you need to consider to take with you when trail running is your shoes. Trail running shoes are super important when you're on the trails. You need some good traction and some cushioning for your feet to keep them comfortable. If I could only take one thing with me if I was going for a trail run, it would be a good pair of trail running shoes. Now, of course, you need some clothes, but aside from the obvious, your shoes are the most important. Find a pair of trail running shoes that you like and put them on your feet. Hey guys, if you like outdoor adventure videos, trail, ultra running, and mountain climbing, go ahead, smash that red subscribe button over there in the corner. Also, give this video a like or a thumbs up and shoot me a comment down below. Ask me a question about trail running. There's really only a couple other things you need to consider bringing with you when going on a trail run, and that is water and a tracking device. Depending on how far you're running and where you're going and the conditions, you're gonna need to bring some water with you. Sometimes with a really short run, you can get away with not bringing any water, but most of the time you'll need to bring some kind of water, whether it's a handheld water bottle or a hydration vest. But take some hydration with you. It'll be important. It'll keep you moving out there on the trails. The other thing you might want is a tracking device. I use a GPS watch. Some people just use their phone, but it's nice to track your runs and look at the data afterward to see how far you ran, how much vertical gain you accumulated, and the time that it took you. You can learn a lot from looking back on your runs, so find some kind of a tracker, and I suggest using Strava as your base for all of your training. Strava is an app that trail runners and all kinds of athletes use to document all their training. If it's not on Strava, it didn't happen. So check out Strava, guys. Get yourself a GPS tracker, whether it's a watch or using your phone, and get on Strava and start looking at your data. One of the biggest tips I can give you when you're first starting out is treat your trail run like a hike. Everybody's gone hiking before. You know what to bring, you know what to expect. You're gonna go hit the trail for a little period of time. Treat it as a hike. Get out there, get on the trail, and move your body. And when you find a safe place, pick up the pace a little bit to a trot or a jog or a run, and now you're trail running. Truth be told, I got into trail running from hiking. That's right, guys. I didn't even know what trail running was. I used to love hiking, and I found myself out on the trails hiking along, and sometimes when I'd be going downhill, I'd find myself jogging, and I thought, wow, this is pretty fun. I'm like jogging and running down the trail. Lo and behold, I was slowly becoming a trail runner. So treat your first trail runs as hikes, guys. We know what to expect. Get out here, start moving your body, and just pick up the pace a little bit. Before you know it, you'll be a trail runner. I remember when I first started getting into trail running, I had a lot of questions about safety and concerns. I was worried that if I picked up the pace and I started running, what would happen if I tripped and fell? You know, sometimes you're trail running in exposed places. If you fell, and you could get hurt. So I made that my goal on my first few trail runs was safety. My only goal when I left the trailhead was to get out there, cover some terrain, and make it back to the trailhead without falling down. So safety first, guys. Make that your #1 goal, your #1 priority. Get back to the trailhead safely. If that means moving slower, hiking, doing whatever it takes, then do that. We want to avoid injury at all costs, so safety first, guys. That means things like picking up my toes, moving at a slower pace, and understanding that the terrain is gonna dictate how fast I move, not me. So if it's rugged, I gotta go slower. If it's flat and smooth, I can pick up the pace a little bit. I wouldn't worry about speed too much as a beginner, especially if you're coming from a running background. You're going to be moving much slower on the trails. It's more about the experience and just taking in nature and, you know, getting out here, being on the trails. So don't worry about speed. That comes with time and experience, and you don't really need to worry about that until you get a little more serious into it and maybe you sign up for a race or something like that. So again, don't let your inhibitions get in the way. Speed is not the goal in trail running. It's to have fun and enjoy nature and move your body out here in the mountains. So that's it, guys. So another question you may be asking is, well, where do I go? Where do I go to trail run? And that's a fair enough question. As I mentioned before, think of it as hiking. So you can pretty much go to any trails you normally hike on and you can just pick up the pace and start running. Another place to start is group runs. Look up in your area, maybe use social media to do some research, Facebook or something. There's lots of trail running groups out there and a lot of them meet on a weekly basis. So look up a trail running group, find out where they're going, show up, and that way you can follow some other people so you don't get lost and enjoy a trail run with some friends. The idea is you want to create a good experience for yourself so that you get something out of it and you come back for more. So think of the things that you enjoy. Do you like sunrises? Do you like mid-afternoon heat? Do you like sunsets? Think of those things and use those as a guide of when you should get out and enjoy your trail runs. Hey guys, if you find value in my videos and you learned something from watching my channel, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon is a platform where creators can get support for their work. So I'll put a link down in the description to this video to Patreon. You guys can join me there if you want to support the production of these videos. Thanks for the support, guys. Okay guys, quick review. Trail running for beginners. Leave those inhibitions at home. Get out here. Don't let anything stop you. Find a good pair of trail running shoes. Maybe grab some water. Get yourself a tracking device and look up a group or invite a friend out with you and get out here on the trails and start trail running. It's gonna change your life. You'll have a wonderful time and you'll be stronger because of it. And that's gonna wrap up this Mountain High Adventures YouTube episode, Trail Running for Beginners. Thanks again for tuning in, my friends. Many more adventures to come. In a minute.